Hello everyone. Today the English classes speaking English speaking classes. So we are starting from the chapter 2. First of all, this name that name is four rules for learning spoken English. Chapter summary. This chapter explains four rules which you must follow in order to learn spoken English. These four rules help you retain your mind and tongues simultaneously so that you will learn to speak fluent English quickly. You will surprised by the fourth rule which state ki you must never make a mistake when you are speaking English. There are four simple rules you must follow when you are learning to speak English. First of all, to learn to speak English correctly, you speak it aloud. It is it is important that you speak loudly and clearly when you are studying spoken English. You are retaining your mind to respond to a new pattern of perceptive and auditory stimuli. This can only be done when you are speaking aloud at full volume. One of the reason that you one of the reason that your English study in English required so much time while producing such poor result in that uh, is that none of the silent study did anything to train your tongue to speak English. Second is the to learn to speak English fluently, you must think in English. This proprioceptive sense is not all that you are retaining. You are retaining when you learn spoken English. There is cognitive learning which must also take place. Grammar based English instructions has emphasized cognitive learning to the exclusion of retaining the proprioceptive sense. Nonetheless, cognitive learning is an important part of learning to speak English fluently. For speech to occur, your mind must be actively involved in syntax development. The more actively your mind is involved in spoken English, the more effective the learning process becomes. However, just as you will hinder proprioceptive learning by the trying to study by trying to study silently, so you will also limit cognitive learning by reading from a text rather than constructing the syntax in your own mind. If you are studying English with spoken English learned quickly, you may use the written text when you first study a new exercise. However, after repeating the exercise two or three times, you must close the text and do the exercise from recall memory as you listen to the audio recording. You must force your mind to think in English by using your recall memory when you are studying spoken exercises. You cannot read from a text. I will come back